everyone, welcome back to a newbie's channel, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own mod for the amazing Spiderman 2. So first of all, what you need is Photoshop, any kind, any version, CS or CC, anything that your preferences, and then you need TexMod application. The link to download the TexMod is in the link on the description. So first of all, open the TexMod. And if you guys already seen the video of how to use the TexMod or how to mod your amazing Spiderman 2 game, here you need to select the application first. It's already here, the game_original.exe. I always use the game_original.exe because in my computer I cannot use the game.exe. Sometimes it's not readable, sometimes it will not showing up. So I made another one called game_original.exe. After we loaded the application here, we're not using the package mode, we're going to use the logging mod. Logging mode is actually draw the texture inside the game, and I will say to you guys to use the output format as BMP because it will easier for us to edit the normal map texture, because sometimes the normal map texture using PNG or JPEG just not showing up, just not right. So after that you can lock with enter. That means when the texture that you want to draw out is showing up in the game, you can press enter and the texture will be out. And then output folder, I already set the folder here. Output folder is on C TexMod out. So the texture will be showing up in this folder. And then you just can use my settings here, draw control and texture info, so texture on upper left corner, replace texture with green texture, and use the translucent because it's easier to see if you put this on. Okay, so let's run the game. So as you can see in top corner, there's a red information there. It says texture loads, it says filter. You can press slash to reset filter mode or hold start to filter around texture or and etc. Okay, after you load the game, you just go to the wardrobe. It's easier if you already finished the game. You can download the save file everywhere. So after that, you can see the suit you want to mod. Just choose any suit, any kind of suit that you want. I will make an example using the big time. So after you choose the suit that you want, you can press the filter around texture, so it will be easier because as you can see, there's texture loaded is 1122. It's really hard to filter the suit that we want to drown with this 1000 suit that already loaded. So you can press the star and it's filtered. The filtered is 287 and it's really easier for us. So use the numpad plus and minus, and as you can see in the top corner there's texture is drowned. So look for the big time texture suit. It will be hard, so sometimes I just go here until our suits became green because we checked the replace with green texture one in the text. There you go. So this is the specular, normal map, and diffuse, and this is the light texture that's showing up in the big time suit. So as you can see in the background, big time itself became like green because we already checked the green option, the green replace option in the TexMod. So we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, and 4 texture from this big time suit. So we select this and then we press enter. Select another one, press enter. Another one, enter. Another one, enter. And as you can see in the folder TexMod out, there is already 4 texture that's drawn at 1, 2, 3, and 4. The specular, the diffuse, the normal, and the light. And what is this? What is the TexMod lock? This is the lock that you need to keep to mate the TPF or the texture file format. So the TexMod lock, keep an eye on it, see the ID if it's same or not with the texture that's drawn out. So we get this 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, now it's time to edit it on Photoshop. Alright, so we're going to put the diffuse one first. Okay, now we're here, and I'm going to give you guys tips. If you want to edit the texture, if you want to make your own suit, I will say made it on diffuse texture first because it's easier. Diffuse map is the base of the texture, and it's really easy if you want to change something up for the normal, specular, and lighting texture map. So let me just say I'm going to just copy and paste the texture that I made. This is the diffuse, this is the iron spider suit. Let's just copy and paste it here. It's bigger because it's 1024 and the texture of mine is 1048. So you just can go to image size and put it into 1048. There you go. I'm going to paste it here. So if you guys made your own suit, remember what I said again. Edit the diffuse first because it will be easier for you guys. So I'm going to just rasterize this and it's done. I'm going to close this, and then remember to replace the texture that drowned out. Do not make another new texture, just edit this one. I'm going to save, and it's updated. Next up, the normal map. The normal map is kind of confusing sometimes, but I will guide you. So it's still 1024. We're going to make it to 1048. After you change it to 1048, go back to the diffuse texture one, and then select filter and generate normal map. Remember to save it first, and this window will pop up. So if you don't have CC Photoshop, you're still using CS and there is no normal map, generate normal map filter, you can use the NVIDIA filter one or any plugins that you can find. So as you can see here, already okay, so it's okay. Just made it as you want. The height, you can change it here, the low, the medium, the high. So it's okay, so it's alright. Okay, so if you see here, if you check here, the texture over here, it's like it's going inside and it's going outside from the ground texture. If you put it in the game, it will be reversed. This one's going to showing up, it's going to pop up, and this one is going inside. So I'm going to save it here. Okay, that's fine, that's alright. And then copy it into the normal map texture. Paste it. Don't forget to put it back to what it's had, because don't forget if you forget to save it or something. And then the normal is already done. We're going to rasterize it, but don't forget, because it's BMP, what I said before, because normal map is actually work with BMP file extension, because you can go to the channels and see the alpha here, because if you don't change the alpha, it's still the big time. So if you change the diffuse only and forget to change the alpha in the normal map, it will still look like big time. So what you're gonna do is copy this layer, the background layer, change it to channels, and go to alpha and paste it there. It's going to be grayscale or black and white, it's okay, that's fine. So, and then save it. And then we're going to open this specular. Again, copy the diffuse one, because what I said before, if you want to edit your own texture, add it from the diffuse one, because it's going to be easier. It's still in 1024, going to 1048. Press down, and then specular needs to be grayscale. So if you want your texture to be shining, you don't need to make it grayscale, because it's iron spider, it's going to be shining. So I'm just going to make it darker a bit contrast, or lower the contrast, because it's going to showing up. There you go. If you paste it just like this, it's going to be really shiny, really popping out. So I'm going to decrease the brightness or the contrast. And if you want your iron spider or any texture like having its own shade, its own shade colors, you can just made it. You can go to the replace color, choose it. I want the red shining through like an orange or something. Even it's still red, but I want have its orange shade. So I'm going to change the hue here. Change it like this. There you go. And then save it. Again, rasterize this, save it. Another tips for specular texture map. If you want certain part to be shining but other part is matte or not shining, you can just choose any part of the texture that you want to shine and any part you want to matte. I'm going to show you my iron spider texture. There you go. The golden and the black, some of the black is shining. It's bright, the brightness is up because I want that to be shining, but the other is dark. So we have this diffuse, normal map, and specular map, and then we're going to edit the light map. So because it's iron spider has its own lighting, like in the Endgame movie. I'm just going to copy paste this as it's easier. Again, change it to 2048 and paste it. Again, if you want to make your own texture, it's okay. I'm just using the copy paste method so it will be faster and easier to understand. Again, if you want to make your own texture, it's fine as long as you understand the texture. Save it, and there you go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 from big time to iron spider. And how to make it to TPF? Okay, so you can open the TexMod again. After logging mode, you go to package build, and then the definition file is where the TexMod lock is located. Another tips, before you go into package build, recheck the ID texture here. You can see one by one the texture. Is it what you wanted is there? Is the texture that you already edited is here or not? Again, recheck the TexMod lock before you build your own texture. So the definition file is here. I'm just going to copy here and TexMod lock. Done it. Create your name. I'm going to put my name. Testing. And then build. As you can see, there's 4 textures added because there's only 4 texture here. And then I'm going to name it Iron Spider Test. Okay. And then we go into package mode, just like the how to mod the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video. It's just the same. Put this folder and go browse, or there's already there, but I'm going to use the browse function and Iron Spider Test. Open it. Select it and run the game. Alright, now I'm going to check the Iron Spider suit. There you go, the Iron Spider suit. Like I said before, it's kinda orange because I want it shading as orange. Now let's see in action. And there you go. There is the texture added here. As you can see, the Iron Spider logo is popping out, but the webbing is going inside. Like I said, the normal map is kinda looks like reverse. So there you guys have it. Thank you guys for watching it, and see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.